Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the Thursday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan Ikboy. As usual, I have Ibrahim Shita joining me this morning. Ibrahim,
good morning to you.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Did you have a very good night's sleep?
Absolutely. And I'm certain you did too. Anyway, let's look at the array of issues we have to talk about today. We're still looking at the developments coming on from the passing of Ilerioluwa Aloba, that's Mubad. And then we're also going to look at the situation in Imo State where some security operatives were killed. And then the matter of former President Obasanjo and, the situation with the Obas in Oyo, what happened. We're also going to look into that matter. But first, let's begin with the untimely death of Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mubad. It's still one that sends shockwaves through the Nigerian music industry, with many Nigerians demanding answers and justice. Although many Nigerians have come out to point fingers at Azeez Fashola, also known as Naira Marley, there has not been concrete evidence linking him to the death of the young artist. Following the uproar of the controversial death, some radio stations around the country, an MTV Base and international music channel have placed a, quote, not to be broadcast ban on all the songs under the Marlian Records Label. Meanwhile, many Nigerians within and around the world have protested and are asking for justice. All right, those were, Nigerian youths who came out to demand for justice, and in the cause of demanding for justice for the passing of Mubad, decided to do a walk and in the process play some of his popular songs. And it's a case of being a hero in death, as it is, because a lot of persons who do not know him personally, but may have been impacted by his songs and the fact that the manner in which he passed, came out to show solidarity in demanding justice for him and his family, demanding closure. And even outside Nigeria, we hear there was a candlelight procession in his memory. And it's good to see young people come together for a cause, just as we saw during the NSAS protest when they were also demanding for justice against police brutality. But this time around, it's a different matter. They are demanding justice. But like we mentioned earlier, while I was reading the script, the matter of evidence to prove that these people involved are the ones that are really the ones that, caused his death, so to speak, because his dad has also come out to say that he cannot particularly point fingers at Naira Marley and co, but that the son actually mentioned to him that he was being bullied. And we have seen videos where the late singer mentioned how he was being bullied, how his life was being threatened. In fact, another video that I saw this morning saying that he was mentioning names of people that will be responsible for his death if he passes. You know, these are the issues. And I believe that the police are gathering all of this as evidence. They have said that if Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and every other persons that have been accused of being involved in the passing of Mubad are invited and they do not honor the invite, they will declare these persons as persons wanted, so to speak. They'll declare them wanted. So I guess that they'll be looking at having diplomatic conversations with regards to bringing them back, extraditing them back to the country where they have been declared wanted if they do not honor the police invite.
Well, I start on the notes what you said concerning him. He became more popular after death. I never knew him. I only know the soundtrack, the KPK, and I know he became a slang on the street lingo, where you say anything when you see something huge or something huge, as they say, you say this is just way too much, KPK, something like that. So it became so popular, and I could see that all the videos we're seeing, they really turned out like a carnival, like someone who was organizing fiesta, even in death, organizing a concert, even in death. But then it's so sad, for someone that young musician who is promising, and what really happened, 27 years, So it's really sad. But one thing that I found, querying is that the fact that we also learned that the father wanted to bury him at night, and the ballet of that. Of that local community, because I understand he's also born in Ketu, where we are now, so that that the ballet refused the father to bury him at night, and the casket that he was buried in, the way he was ruffled inside the casket, the way he was crammed inside the casket, was dehumanizing, was not honoring the dead rather, and also the fact that the dad said, a video reportedly said that the father received 2 million naira from his sympathizers, his friend, and 1 million naira was given out to buy caskets, and the kind of casket they got for him is not something that is is something that is demeaning to his person. So all of these questions, they really need to connect the dots and be able to ascertain where the problem came from. That's what they are calling for, investigation. But we should be careful of suspicion, because suspicion itself can be very, very deadly. Because if we say so and so person is complicit, so and so person is responsible for his death, what if it turned out that the person is not, actually involved? So I feel the security agencies, the DSS has been, commissioned to do this by Governor Sanwo-Olu, and the police themselves saying they are also on the matter. So I feel that they need to take their time, but then expedite actions in unraveling how this thing happened.
Absolutely. Connecting the dots, it's something that Nigerians are believing should not be difficult any longer, because there has been cases where there has been videos where this same person, spoke about
so person,
yes, that these people have been, after his life, and they attacked him. He has gone even to the police to report, made statements here and there, and it took the fact that social media activists had to come up and perhaps put pressure before we began to see some level of response from security agencies, which is a matter for young persons. They have said that, okay, why did we have to wait until, social media activists were raising eyebrow, calling on the police, mentioning names, because this is not, it didn't just start today. How have we followed through with justice for him before he passed? And so some persons are even saying that they do not even believe that he will get justice at the end of the day with regards to the investigation that the police has started. But my concern is, can we be patient and see what the police will come up with?
To do their job.
there has been, some persons, yesterday, recall that I was talking about those in the entertainment industry who wield some level of influence amongst their colleagues, being a part of a team that is working side by side or working closely with the police to unravel this matter such that they make it known to Nigerians, they communicate to Nigerians how, whatever progress they have made.
That's right.
It's very important. That will help bridge the gap, the trust gap that we're already seeing people talking about right now.
And that's why
the investigation just began, and people are already saying that they do not trust that there will be justice at the end of the day. But communication, in a manner that these persons will understand is very critical at this point, such that we do not have a situation where we see some of these peaceful march degenerate into something else. Yeah. People begin to say that we are not getting justice as we want it. Right. So at the end of the day, there has to be some level of collaboration and cooperation on both sides. Those in the entertainment industry, they are with influence with the police agencies as well as the DSS who are involved with the investigation. And then whoever has intelligence, whoever has any evidence should bring it forward such that now they know that, at the end of the day, we are trying to get closure for these people. We are trying to get closure for the dead, his family, and those who are around him, who were his loved ones, and the Nigerian youth. It's not just about Mubad right now. It's about getting justice for the Nigerian youth. The Nigerian youth seeing that the government and the agencies of government are with them. That's right.
And it's not so good that those who are really racing to see justice being done at the end of the day should not preempt. Exactly. Should not preempt what they will come out with. Should not say that, we do not even trust the process. So if you do not trust the investigation, then why call them to investigate in the first place? So it means that you want them to do it, unravel the situation, but not to confirm your own prejudice, what you already have in mind, that, this is exactly what happened and it must be established. So, it shouldn't be like that. You should allow them, forensic experts, they said they're going to exhume his body to, to do autopsy, to conduct autopsy on him. So they should allow them to do this and, come out with exactly what happened. And whoever is found culpable should be brought to justice. Because everybody might be saying it's Marlian. What if he's not responsible? It's just a big what if, but we can't exactly say. Right, everything is so glaring to God, but then because we don't have the knowledge of the unseen.
Of course, there are three sides to a story.
So
your side, the other person who is involved, and the truth. Yeah.
So it's just for those who are professional to establish for us what exactly is the truth or what exactly is missing. So we are also waiting. We are also looking forward to seeing how it all pans out at the end of the day, and that's the reason why we are talking about it. And I'm not sure we are going to be quiet about it until we also sure that justice is done at the end of the day.
Yeah, and his wife, that's talking about Mubad's wife, is also calling on the senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, to come to her aid at this point to addressing the matters, help unravel the case. She also has been getting threats to her life. There's been accusations and counter-accusations about her involvement in her husband's
a lot of suspicions.
So there's so much. There's so much. Yes, there's so much
in propping up insinuations and all of that, because it kills really.
Right.
Because it might not be what we are.
What we think it is. There's so much anyway that has to be unraveled, and we believe that the security agencies will be on top of the matter to addressing everything that has to be addressed at the end of the day.